Hello guys.
Have you tried my tea yet?
It's a cleanse tea for your skin.
Ooh, it's beautiful. Alright, so we thought for today's video that we would let you guys know a bit more about us and, you know, how we got to where we are in our one, businesses, and two, in our relationship. Because a lot of feedback that I've had is from people that are a lot older than me. And they're sort of just confused, not so much confused, but also like really interested as to how we got to where we are so young and what we did so to get there. So maybe we'll start off with our business. Chloe, do you want to maybe go first? Because, you know, you're only 20 years old.
Yeah.
And you've got two businesses that are both really, really, really good businesses. So maybe just talk a bit about them and how you got there.
Yeah, so I obviously got into social media when I was really young. I was like 14, 15. And I was just, you know, at school, but I wasn't really interested in school. I really hated school and I didn't even pass grade 12. Like I didn't even go to grade 12. So I dropped out and I did social media pretty much full time in grade 12.
And no studying after? You didn't go to uni or anything?
No studying, no nothing like that. I was just kind of going with the flow, and back then it was all about like having fun for me. I wasn't really business minded or anything as such. But as social media progressed, I was promoting other people's products basically. And then one day I just was like, remember I used to just look up businesses all the time? I always wanted to get into activewear. And even with my manager like 4 managers ago.
Remember what your first one was? The palette?
Oh yeah, makeup. So I was super into makeup and beauty when I first got into YouTube. And I went to do a makeup palette, but it just didn't come together. I did all the designing and everything for it. But it obviously just didn't align at that time. Which makes sense now when I look back.
Because you hate makeup now, don't you?
Yeah, I hate makeup. It's just something that I probably wouldn't have been able to do long term. So I feel like as I've kind of found myself a little bit more over the years, that's when I've established the businesses, because there's things that have aligned with me and they just fell into place. Like it was seriously divine timing. It wasn't forced. It was just like I'd been planning to do Zep for honestly like 4 years, but 4 years ago it didn't work out for some reason. Like I had a different manager and she was trying to do it with me and it just didn't go to plan. But when I started doing it by myself like a year ago, it really fell into place. So I feel like as I've become myself and I've found out things that I really love and align with me, that's when it's all fallen into place. Like I got into fitness a lot, and I had the whole acne thing, which got me into the health side of things, and then it just led me here. Like it just led me down this path. Which
was like basically, that's well said by the way, but authenticity. You were authentic to who you were, and you never tried to push anything that wasn't you, which you're still super strong about. Yeah. So I feel like for you especially, like being authentic and following what you believe in and do as being why you can be successful, because both things that you own and promote are two things that you are so passionate about. Yeah, 100%. And they literally have just come together in a really aligned place. Like it wasn't forced. The activewear came from a really aligned place. Like I wanted to make my own brand and put my creative spin on things, and it was more so at a creative outlet that I wanted to then give to other people to make them feel good in what they're wearing. And then Bloom came about through I had a falling out with people last year, like a manager and stuff, and then Molly came into my life because she was like, do you need a new manager? And it just aligned like that. We had the same interests, and then we went down a whole mindfulness journey together. We went to America together, and then the app idea came to us. Like we were literally sitting at a hunky-dory, and we were like, how can we teach people how to be mindful? And we were like, should we do like ebooks, or what can we do? And then I know someone that creates apps, so I just called Jerry and I was like, hey Jerry, do you think this could be put into an app? Or we have an idea, we want to try and get mindfulness out to the world. And he was like, yeah, let's have a chat about it. And that's how that fell into place. It literally just all fell together. And it's true. I think that's why it's so like, it's such an important thing to follow what you believe in. And it's the only way I see you being successful. I mean, if you start any sort of product or any program or anything that you don't actually believe in and you do every day and that's part of you, then there's no way that it can be successful.
Yeah.
People see
can't
through.
Fake things as
exactly.
Well.
People
I literally
see
struggle
through that.
so hard to fake things.
And I've sort of learned that heaps with Chloe recently, and that's why I am where I'm at right now, because you know, I was always trying new things, different things, but never ever I never took the time to learn who I was first and what I loved and what I believed in and everything like that. So I was always putting my name to things. So like Shade, you know, I thought it was a great idea, but I'm not a gamer. Yeah. I like playing PlayStation, but I'm not a gamer. I can't truly stream for those hours and sit there and believe in it as strong as I needed to make it work. Yeah. So it's been a real sort of lesson seeing Chloe do things that suit her personality and her whole lifestyle and try to implement that, which is where I've sort of found the passion in YouTube lately, because I'm being myself. I'm not filming.
It's not forced.
Yeah, it's not forced. I'm not sitting here filming funny challenges and shit like that 24/7. It's like, this is exactly who I am, and I love media and I love drama, which was theatre. So I love talking to a camera and I love the whole editing stuff, but it's only sort of come together now because I really believe in this channel and what we're doing for other people.
Yeah, and like you've made space in your life for something new to come through, whereas like a year ago this probably wouldn't have worked out.
No chance. Absolutely not.
I feel like everything is divine timing, and you almost have to just trust your life and be on your journey, being yourself, and just continue finding things you're really passionate about.
So, and that's why I one of my other, because obviously YouTube, this is more of a hobby for me at the moment, and you know, this is what our 10th video, and we haven't had a single sponsored video or anything like that.
Yeah.
But what I've been putting a little bit of my time into is I've always loved fashion, being hoodies, and so I've started a positive hoodie brand, which every fortnight I'm going to drop and have just a positive quote on it. So these say "Smile, it's free," and every single hoodie is going to have a number on it. So that says 1 of 100. I don't know if you can see that.
You can see it better on mine.
Yeah, so that says 1 of 100, and yeah, I'm going to do 100 items per drop, and that's pretty basic, and that's going to be my next little passion project into which I do. So that's my logo, the smiley face, and you guys are actually going to be the first ones to...
So if you, like, it's really cool. I think it's a really cool idea.
Should I talk to them about what's sort of unique about it too is it's going to be password protected, the website. So it's not just going to be a website you can log on if you're anyone. It's like you sort of need to know me and know everything that I stand for, which is being this whole positive vibe that I'm putting out. You guys are going to be the first ones to know the password. So I'll put it up here, but the password is going to be "Say Cheese," because it's all about positivity and smiles. But yeah, enough of that.
So if you, like, this is the thing I like, you purchase it, you don't know which number you're going to get. So like, if you want to be the first in type of thing and you want number 2, you kind of means you have to jump on straight away.
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit of a cool little project of mine, and I've always loved exclusiveness and, you know, something a bit different, so.
Yeah.
Now, I guess that was pretty much sums up our business life at the moment. And our other one is how we got to where we are in our relationship.
Yeah, which is not really all positives.
Of course, no. Ups, downs. But how we got here is taking time as individuals to work on ourselves as individuals, and that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, and we still struggle with it though.
Fucking oath.
Like even the past few days, I've been in a bit of a space where it's just like I need alone time.
Which I had that last night too. I slept at mum and dad's last night because what happens is because Chloe's an empath, when I get in a mood, it puts my mood straight onto her, which means that we're both in a mood, and that's when you're going to fight. So last night I recognised that I just didn't feel great. And so I said, I'm going to go stay at mum and dad's. And then I went to mum and dad's, and Chloe called me and she's like, "Yeah, you're good." And I said, "Look, I felt like I was going to be in a bit of a mood, and I didn't want us laying there, you feeling my mood, and then, you know, we end up arguing when my mood was nothing to do with her." So, and then I came back this morning and it was all good. But with our relationship, one thing we've learnt to do is definitely listen to each other. Yeah. So talk about it, communicate, listen, but I would not say it's been even like slightly easy.
It's actually probably the hardest thing ever.
And it's not that we're forcing it, it's just that we're both so young and we're both growing heaps and heaps, and you know, sometimes not everything's going to grow together. Like Chloe's spirituality and all of her stuff that she's really into at the moment, like there's probably 30% of it I'm into. Like I love about it, but there's also 70% that are not. So there's like, you know, I think Chloe will get excited about things and she'll want to tell me about it, and it's like, at the end of the day, you listen, but it's like, it's not what I'm passionate about, so it's sort of hard for us to communicate on those things. But that's where, you know, we're sort of learning that as individuals, we're both going to have different interests, different passions, and you just got to appreciate.
And I'm a bit stubborn, and I'm like, you should know, you should like what I like.
For instance, she found this astronomer called Nostradamus, and she was telling me that,
astrologer,
oh my god, in 2020 Donald Trump's going to get assassinated. And I was like, look, it's a fantastic theory, but that's not fact. And I'm super logical, and I love like scientific fact. And I guess this is one thing where it's like, I really struggle to listen to...
philosophical.
Yeah, to things that are too sort of far-fetched, because it's like, show me the science.
Well, he's actually predicted a few things before, if you want me to prove the science to you.
Right, we'll do that after the video.
Why?
Because I'm interested if there's proof. I'll listen.
He won't listen.
See? She gets stubborn. But nah, this is like, and that's one thing now that we are going through is like understanding we're both going to have different passions, and we might not always align with them, but it's like, you just got to respect the other person's opinions and listen to them, and you know that you're not always going to see eye to eye as a couple, and you know, we certainly don't always see eye to eye, but it's all about working together and working through that sort of thing. And it's not like we don't force anything, you know what I mean? It's not forced, but we just, you know, sometimes there's work.
Yeah, which there always will be, really.
100%.
I think relationships are put in such a fairy tale way, and no one actually...
Especially online.
Yeah, like, it's so silly, because they're not a fairy tale. Like, they're probably the hardest thing. Like, I'm like this person I am today because you've made me see parts of myself that I maybe want to work on. What do you say
about the mirror thing? I think that's so true.
Yeah, like, he mirrors me. So if there's something that I get mad about or angry about, I don't know why my voice is weird. Does it sound weird?
Does it sound weird?
Nah.
It's a bit high pitched.
So when like he mirrors me, I'll get really mad about like something that he does. And that is because it's something that I probably don't like about myself, or it's just like they mirror things back to you to shine lights on things that you need to work on.
Definitely.
And it really annoys me, you know?
Yeah, you get frustrated.
It really pisses me off.
But I think
I've like done all this work and I'm like, fuck, things just keep coming up.
But it's life, and I mean, you gotta push through, and everything needs work. You're constantly evolving, and you constantly need to work on yourselves and your partnership.
And I think independence is a big thing. Well, for me anyway.
Definitely. I like it too. So don't be afraid to have your space.
Yeah.
And as a partner, don't be offended if your other partner needs space, because you know what? It's not always about what you're doing. It's sometimes just for them. Yeah. So just because Chloe wants a night away from me, it's not because she's annoyed at me. It's just she needs that night to herself.
To be better for both of us anyway. It's like a, it's something I'm really passionate about, because we're taught that it needs to be like this one path of a relationship, but
and if there's any steps backwards that you got to fucking can it, or you know, it's not working, it's not right.
Yeah. I mean, if you get to that place though, it's just not
exactly. You'll know when you're not right. Well, we're gonna wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed this little tea chat. I'm nearly finished mine. I don't think Chloe even really had a sip.
No, I have. I've got half.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to go get yourself one of my hoodies tonight, I'll leave the website in the description. And remember, the password is Say cheese.
We love cheese.